disclaimer. Drip is a life changer. Now all I do is chill and write bangers. Morph into the green like the White Ranger. Taking my block to the top just like Jenga. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make some change like Drip Coach did. Posting like daily, put you under hypnosis. Fuck around with another dev and get ghosted. It's hopeless. We so bullish like Mike Jordan. All the fun fading away is quite enormous. Building a bridge, kinda like a chorus for those missing in action like Chuck Norris. Run for us, run away, don't come back. We stick together, on point like thumbtacks. Grab the Iron Man, they gone from one snap. Going hard for the network, that's a fun fact. Danger, step on up and get roasted. I'm just trying to make...
Hey guys, so can you hear me? How are the levels? Can you hear me on the stream? And hopefully, I don't think you hear the audio that I'm streaming right now. I was trying to listen to Driptopian's live stream. I guess I didn't even realize. So yeah, at least they had a stream last night while I was sleeping. So who's in the chat? Can you guys hear me? I saw shouts out to Chris Cruz Live and Martha Lewis. What's up? Can you guys hear me? Type in the chat if you can. I see the levels popping up, but want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. Hear you. Good. Awesome. And you don't hear Forex at 3.5x speed going in the background right now, do you? I don't think you do, because you would have said something. All right, cool. So, what up, Chris? Illy Views, LCM, what up, what up? So yeah, we're gonna jump into this. This one's gonna be kind of short, because there's also a live coming up with Drip to Wealth. Let's pull that up in case you guys are here. I would stream it on this setup here, but actually, since it's going to be starting at 5 a.m. my time. That's when I should be walking the dog. So instead of me staying on for another hour with Drip to Wealth, I want you guys to just pop on over his stream, because what makes this so awesome and different, if you're not familiar with Twitter Spaces, is the fact that people can actually ask questions. So it's not just a one-sided monologue like this is. Granted, you guys can type your questions, but in Twitter Spaces, Kryptonite will actually bring people up to chat. And this one is going to be a doozy, if I'm not mistaken, because I think he's going to try, let's see this one here. Are we the best community in DeFi? Let's see. I'm inviting content creators, YouTube influencers, and community members to discuss a path forward towards reconciliation and winning together. So if you're not familiar with Drip to Wealth, KK is masterful at mediation and towing the line in the middle, not picking a side and trying to get to the root cause of things. So even in the way he worded this is just flawlessly executed as a wordsmith to not point fingers, throw shade, and say what the problem is, but guarantee he wants to discuss some of the stuff that I have brought up, Mystify has brought up, things of that nature. So we will see how that will be handled. So urging you guys to jump on over there, show him some love. Join this Twitter Space. Should be going live at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll be cutting the stream short, about 10 minutes. Normally it's 1 hour anyway, but that way I can be outside walking the dog and tuning in. So you guys jump on that. Can hear it a little in the background. Oh, you could hear the the 3.5x that I was listening to on Forex. My bad. I turned it off. Should be off now, right? Because I muted that channel. Yeah, it was coming through my headphones, and my headphones are close to the microphone, I guess, because I don't have them directly over my ears. They're kind of sitting on my temples, but now it's turned off. So I caught basically, and I'm guessing if you guys watched the stream, you caught that as well. So what I saw from this, I was also looking for some updates. But theoretically, we have again a go live date of Tuesday. So from the announcement that he made on Driptopian's channel, he basically told us everything that, if you've been following G Money, everything G Money said. And then the new information that I caught was that he plans on having a live testnet for Saturday, and wants to have 50 people in that testnet. I didn't quite catch if it was like DAO only, because he did also mention that he wants other people in the community to participate, but at the same time, he can't just do it on the existing Rinkeby testnet because they don't have the entire drip community.io, dripnetwork.io website for it. So I'm guessing it'll just be DAO members again. So either way, he wants to do that test, see how things are working. And then he said, have a countdown, which I still just shake my head, have a countdown. And then he also mentioned that he can't do it on Sunday, go live on Sunday, because he's not sure how many people are tuned in on Sundays. So he said the countdown would go, and then it will either go live on Monday or Tuesday. And since we know Forex is a creature of habit, he will not launch anything on the weekend regardless. So chances are that, yeah, he's going for another Tuesday launch date. But this time, at least we know he's reviewed the contracts. So unlike the one from 5 weeks ago, now we know the contract has been reviewed. So let's see what we got in the chats. Live testnet tomorrow for public. He pointed everyone to contact JJ or Driptopian. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I did hear that piece about contact Driptopian. I just didn't know what that actually meant, or exactly how to get access to that, taking 50 members of the public. Well, let me throw my hat in the ring with JJ. Let's see, because you guys know that I would discuss information and share how things are going, and if it's public, why the hell not? So how about you guys go over and vote with JJ? I'm gonna message him right now and say, hey, I want to be part of the live testnet. I have some other context with JJ that I can't share on screen, but I'm just saying it right now. Hey, I want to be in the public testnet for Triple D. I think the community would love to see some proof of concept, and it could help with sentiment. All right, so I just sent that. So taking 50 minutes off the public. So maybe you guys can message JJ as well, and if you support me, my content, my channel, and see if I can get a seat at the table. Because granted, you know 100% that if I do actually get to test this thing, that I would definitely record that, share that with the community. And to me, that's what's needed. I mean, the price action holding, if you want to call it that, where it is right now, I think is due to at least a little bit of positive sentiment in the community. We haven't dropped as low as we could, so people are still holding their tokens, and I'm assuming some of this is coming from information from G Money, people inside, people in the know. So just, it goes a long way to me to just be transparent with your community, let them know what you're doing. But unfortunately, for some odd reason, from Forex, we never got any updates. So like, his only update was on July 10th, but he did say he would give an update for this week. So he didn't miss the whole week. So got to give him credit for getting it in on Thursday. But every single day things were happening. Why couldn't he come in since July 7th and like do a short recap of what his developer's been working on and where he sees the project going? Very strange. And this is also weird too. Like, I don't know, there's just so many ways to improve communication. So it's great that he did it on Driptopian stream, but why are we not using the Drip YouTube channel? Like, I just don't get that. They created a Drip channel and we don't use it. So why not use the one neutral, unbiased platform on YouTube so that you can get the information out there? It's weird. It just makes no sense. I don't get why we have these like pieces in place for clarity and transparency and we don't use them. Let's see, we got JMO, not financial advice. What up, coach? Get on the testnet, man. I hope everything goes well. Yeah, I put my name in the ring. We'll see. Glad to see V3 will be 2 weeks minimum before it launches. Give Triple D. Oh, I didn't catch that. So that's cool. So he pushed V3 back. Can you guys give me some more updates on that? Because, yeah, as far as we were aware, straight from Forex last week was V3 will go live no matter what. He's tired of waiting on it. So I didn't get to watch this whole thing. I got up at 3:45 a.m. and then was able to get through about 15 minutes worth of information in 5 minutes. So I don't know the rest of the details, but so you guys are telling me that he's pushed V3 back as well. I'll listen to this, but I won't be able to listen to it until after the Twitter space. Yes, there are no perceived excuses. Yeah, that's the key right there. No perceived excuses. We shall see. I would love for this to finally get moving forward. I think a lot of sentiment would change. But again, this is a huge surprise to me. Like, I don't even know how Drip is doing. Actually, I showed you guys that if you watched my video yesterday. It's amazing to see that what little bit of consistent sell pressure has done to the Drip token. I mean, you're talking, like I said, if you average it out, we'll just call it $30,000 a day over the last 6 months. So, I mean, that's no joke, but what is 30,000 times 180? What is that? $18 million? Is that right? Because that's about, actually, we're a little over 180 days. We're at 175 days times 30. $5 million. Sorry, my math is way off. That's only $5 million. I say only because, you know, that's a small amount for the Drip ecosystem. But so $5 million over the last 6.5 months is what's causing negative price action. Just like, let that sink in. You can see a meme token get $5 million in the first couple of hours. So Drip could definitely take off if we could just get utility out, get positive sentiment. It's not even about utility. It's about just getting positive sentiment out for the community. And it's the overpromise, underdeliver that has killed the momentum and killed a lot of the people in the community. Like when I showed you guys on my channel, the amount of people sitting on the sidelines. Like when you look at dripnetwork.ca and look at the volume on wallets, or the amount of drip in wallets. Now, simple math will tell you that every 75 days, those amounts should double if a person was actually compounding daily. Now, granted, it would take a little longer if they were compounding, say, once a week or once every couple of days. But there's so many that aren't moving at all. And the only logical explanation is people just got out of DeFi after the bear market or the bull run, which we know happened. I found a video from Ozzy DeFi. I don't know if you guys remember him, but I remember looking for this guy and following this guy in the beginning, Ozzy's DeFi. Let me see. I forgot his name for the longest, and somebody put it in my chat because he came back with some video about Brian Legend. But so what I'm getting at, drawing the conclusion is that people just stopped paying attention. So there's so many people that just gave up on crypto. You guys remember this guy? He was putting out videos. He was in his dorm and he got a decent referral team, and people actually gave him money because they saw his young kid starting his hustle and all this stuff. I remember watching his videos, and this one he put out about Brian Legend, like literally just running off with the bag. So, but prior to that, he had put out content. He was doing it daily and then just stopped talking about drip completely. So, and he stopped making videos for a while. Like his last drip video was like 12 months ago or something like that. Here we go. Anyway, point I'm getting at is that people have just stopped paying attention. They're no longer doing anything to their accounts. They're no longer watching the chats or the telegrams, any of that stuff. So we can get this 5 million that I just came up with here if we just get some utility out. Like, it's really not that complicated. That's what's killing the drip price, is lack of hype. we're driven by a degen space right now, and there's just not a lot of hype. There's a lot of individual projects, which is great, but they don't have the support from the community. So that's step two. So to me, step two is to get hype, you just need products and projects coming out. Now, granted, they got to be safe and secure, but it's really just a game of throwing spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. Rather than trying to get the next new innovative thing, you just need to get the next temporary degen play. And if you do that, and we do that on a consistent clip, man, I think we can definitely bring this back and have it be in a thriving position come the bull market. Because once that comes, then it's, you know, a lot easier to put out content and market things. What do we got in the chat? What do you guys think? Glad to see V3 will be out. Yeah, let's talk about that. Yes, perceived excuses. JM on not financial advice. Yeah, he said testnet V3 will be soon, but that he just brought in on a new marketing influencer team and will take 2 weeks to market. I don't know how many people Forex has on the team now, man. It's like a dozen, 20. It's crazy. Like, his team should be like everybody in DeFi at this stage. Matter God, pushing, what's up, bro? Pushing anything Animal Farm back makes sense. He actually made no sense when he was being hard-headed. Yeah, Ozzy did us dirty. I would say he did you dirty. He just fell off like everybody else, man. Like, I would have followed the same trajectory if I didn't have a sense of responsibility to the community and the people that got onboarded under me. Like, a lot of people came in under that hype and saw it be easy just to make content, and, you know, you're getting engagement because you're doing stuff with your token, but then after a bunch of overpromise, underdeliver, and then the bottom of, or not the bottom, but all these different things happen in the bear market, Terra Luna and all this other stuff, FTX, man, it just washes people out, man. Especially if your content like me is based on a token that is not doing anything for months and months and months, a year at this stage. It gets very difficult to talk about stuff. So I can't really fault Ozzy for just disappearing. He could have at least let people know, like, hey, this is getting boring. I don't see anything happening. I don't know what to talk about. I'm probably going to quit YouTube. He might have did that. I don't know. But that's cool to hear reference the testnet for V3. So it sounds like there's going to be another testnet group. So what I'm deducing from what you guys are telling me, I haven't listened to the AMA yet, but it sounds like Forex wants to have public test nets before launching products. Is that a safe assumption? Like, is that what he said? Because now we have the test net for what is this? Triple D, and then he wants to have one as well for Animal Farm V3. If that's the case, that's impressive. That's definitely a step in the right direction to understand sentiment. Because if we can get those tests and people, a handful of people are content creators that can do it, then at least now you're getting information out there. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was in the test net group for Dogbound. I got my hands in there and was able to do some videos and content on testing. So I don't understand why this is such a secret. Like, why did we have to wait 5 weeks and the testing be secretive? Like, that just makes no sense. All it does is I've seen it in my comments, is have people go, there is no triple D, and I've seen it in the chats, and even Lee had it on his chats, people telling you that there's no triple D, and only the 8 people that are testing it have the visibility to go, no, it's real. But, like, what was the point? Tell me, explain to me what the benefit was of not having the public see these tests being done. Granted, G Money put some scripts and stuff out there, but why couldn't the front end be recorded and clipped out and shown on the damn Drip Network YouTube channel? Like, what is the logic behind that? What was the benefit? What did we gain? And how does it help? I'm really curious to know what the point of that is. Like, why things have to be so secretive. And even though we had already on the Drip website, we had Triple D showing there, so we knew what it looked like. So someone actually buying tickets on this during the testing phase makes no sense of why that would have to be a secret. Like, it was literally there. I just don't get it. I don't get it. What do we got in the chats? Let's see. We have the true diamond hand. Oh yeah, for us that are still here, 100%. Yeah, many people fell off for sure. And I'm more engaged in it now because of the content I've been putting out and stuff like that. So definitely. And I haven't sold any of my drip in my faucets. It's been accumulating like most other people. If Forex is consistent with the delays, drip won't see 2025. Triple D. I think you mean triple D won't see. Oh, you mean drip in general. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean by the getting multiple projects out, because we have to take this into our own hands. You cannot leave this up to Forex. He has entrepreneurial shiny object syndrome. He will jump on the next thing. That is why Piggy Plinko is actually pushed on the back burner now. Because again, think of the logic. Piggy Plinko was completely done from what we were told. He even had, they did a marketing campaign, all this stuff. They were ready to launch it. We saw live demos of the actual gameplay. Now, all of a sudden, because Binance is doing an optimistic roll-up layer 2 version, he wants to put this on hold. What sense does that make in regards to positive sentiment and capturing the liquidity, the eyeballs, the volume, the interest of people who want to play it now? So supposedly there was all these streamers and all these people that are streaming and playing Plinko. So we're just going to leave that on the back burner. Just throw away that money for whatever the potential smoother gameplay mechanics, cheaper price action on tokens and transactions for layer 2. And all of that is hinged upon whatever Binance does with that. Like, how do we even know what's coming out? Like, we've seen in our ecosystem, things get constantly delayed. So what happens if that gets delayed as well? Well, then now we just took this innovative product that could bring millions into the pig pen and add utility to the ecosystem and just threw it on the back burner. That's a prime example of shiny object syndrome. That's exactly what this is. So it makes no sense. So back to the point I was getting at, that the community has to develop, because the community doesn't suffer the same philosophy as Forex. If we sit there and wait for him to develop stuff, there's always going to be a pancake swap migration to V4. There's going to be some optimistic roll up. There's going to be some new shiny thing. It's literally what blockchain is. It's innovative tech, and it's being developed in real time, and people are figuring shit out. So because of that, there's always going to be something cooler to play with. I get it. But at some stage, you have to close all the other doors and execute. I was listening to my mentor, Tom Bilyeu. So he built Quest Nutrition, turned into $1 billion brand in three years. Unicorn startup from scratch, literally making protein bars in his kitchen or in his apartment, and did this. And then now he's got Impact Theory, and he's been bringing on all sorts of hosts and all that stuff like that. So his goal with the Impact Theory is to become the next Disney, but he wants to be the Disney of mindset. So his catchphrase is that if Disney is the happiest place on earth, he wants to be the most empowering place on earth. And one of his quotes is regarding entrepreneurs or business or building $1 billion brand. He's like, it's not about seizing all the different opportunities. He's like, you'll get 1,000 opportunities. In order to execute and get to the level that he's on and what other people have done, the real juice is being able to close 999 of those doors and only walk through that one and never look back. And that's the entrepreneur shiny object syndrome. They want to leave all 1,000 doors open. They want to be able to like go in one, tinker around a little bit, leave, and go into the next one. And that just won't work. It's not going to fly. What do we got in the chat? Forex is dying to be done with drip. 100% has shown he is Animal Farm all the way from here on out. Community tied his hands down to get Triple D done. I worry he will spend too much on DAO raises instead of Animal Farm. Hey, as long as for me, I'm at the stage where, okay, cool, do Triple D and then just do whatever you want on the other side. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. That way, at least we know where his focus is at. And then again, it's going to come down to the community doing what they need to get projects launched. So that means we as a collective have to come together to support one another's projects. So that's where, kind of coming back to this, let's see how this shows up in the Twitter spaces. See what kind of mediation we can get in here. We shall see. DC, what will come first, triple D or another all-time low? Yeah, we'll see. Right now, where are we at? We're holding 20 cents on the native. Is that what I saw? We got down to, what do we get down to? 17? 18? We're 17 on Pancake Swap. What are we at on the native right now? Or what did we get to on the native? I do believe I saw, oh, here we go. Oh, no. We got to, what is that? 18. We got to an 18. Is that a 17? Nope, 18. So on July 13th, we saw 18 cents. And on the native, I'm sorry, Pancake Swap, I got all these moving averages in here, like that actually matters with drip, but I just wanted to see where these moving averages started to cross over. So the low looks like, oh, looks like we are at a all-time low on Pancake Swap, 17 point, or just under 18 cents. Let's just do that. My numbers weren't working for me today, so we'll see. Definitely, I believe that people are out of buying the rumor news because he said multiple times things would launch, and that's where you get all these spikes. But well, I can't say people are out. Yeah, you know, it's the old adage, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. There are still people definitely jumping in and buying drip and stuff like that. So if you look here, actually you see this all came in recently. So we were at 18 and we jumped to 20. And this was just within the span of the last 2 hours. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know what will happen. I do know this has to stop happening. We're at 24.5 million liquid drip, our total drip. That's crazy. That is depressing. Coach, you still have 50 something pigs? No, man. Are you crazy? I think I sold like 30 of them around the $50 to $40 price. No, I got out of that falling knife and would have done the same with other assets if I was able to. I'll show you my account. I've been transparent with you guys from the get-go. I mentioned it on stream that I sold already. Sold some. But they weren't all available, so I only got to sell like 30, I think. And it's proving that that was a good strategy because I sold them around 40, 50, 40, and like 30. And I think we're now down to 20, I don't know, 25. Oh, we're back up to 30. Oh, shit, look at that. All right. So this is, I think the last price I sold was right around here somewhere. Shit, when did we get that volume on pigs? What the hell? I need to look at that chart. Where did that come from? Because I could have swore as of yesterday, we were lower than that. I guess people started buying back in. Oh yeah, that happened just yesterday. We got down to 22. Shit, who did that? That is definitely a surprise. The way, oh, that wasn't yesterday. Okay, we were July 4th. So the volume started coming in on July 4th. Interesting. So from 21 and some change, back up to 30. Good job, pigs. So I don't know who or what decided to purchase a shit ton of pigs. Actually, I do have an idea, but I will not postulate that on stream. So I have 5. I have 5 left. I thought I had 20 left. My bad. I sold more than that. Yep. So yeah, I got out of that falling knife. Yep. Yeah, the 16, I saw 17. So 17 is the lowest that we're at. According to the Pancake Swap decks, we didn't get to 16. So we are at all-time lows right now on Pancake Swap. We haven't gone any lower than that. So technically your statement, will we see all-time lows before before Triple D launch. Yeah, we're at them now. Can't believe pigs did that. That is crazy. Yeah, this is the lowest. So yep. So we will see what people do right now. We have never been any lower than this. Another all-time low. Yeah, at it now. That's retracted. Any updates on the voice chat today? So yeah, we just covered that too, Satoshis. The TLDR is that they will have a public testnet, like 50 people can join. So message JJ or Driptopian and get access to that. And then that's about it. And then they plan to go live on Tuesday. I take that back. He had a wide range of the go live dates. So there'll be a countdown sometime over the weekend, but he doesn't want to go live on Sunday because no people, and he doesn't know if Monday will be enough because the people didn't tune in on Sunday. So probably Tuesday. What was the outcome with Ray's stuff that made you take that video? The outcome's still going on. So I told you guys 2 weeks, so I have to check back in on the 19th. So I gave them 2 weeks, and that's so that a lot of this other stuff can get pushed out. But regardless, I'll check back in and provide an update on my channel. And I think Mystify is going forward with some other stuff as well. So you have to just tune in and see. It's definitely not been kicked to the side like this is not an issue. That's for damn sure. Ray bought the pigs. I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation, sir. Happy all-time low day. Coach, have you worked out what price drip could appreciate to with all the liquid drip out there? Yeah, go watch the other videos. I already did that. I'm not going to do it again until Triple D launches. But the TLDR is that if we were able to get volume similar to other tokens in the space, basically, like I showed you already, $400,000, $700,000 a day in positive price action or volume coming in, we can wash out all the liquid drip. We can fill the tax vault and can even get people like myself who have drip accumulating in their faucet but haven't claimed. Again, transparency. I'll show you guys that. I have in my faucet, where are we at? 6,000 drip. So I haven't done anything with this because there's nothing to do with it. I wouldn't sell all this at once, but I'm waiting so that I don't have it sitting in my wallet like everybody else, because I already have 600 sitting in my wallet. And I don't have anything in this wallet. I don't want to just send it to another one. And I've already airdropped what I want to airdrop. So airdropping 600 to any of the existing wallets would just be a drop in the bucket in regards to speeding up the max out date. So now I'll have my second and third wallet max out within the next 3 to 4 months. So that's the power of compounding. That is exactly why myself and Mystify are talking about this needs to be evaluated, because I maxed out my first wallet in February. Now, from that max wallet, just from airdropping, and I got a boost from my third team, just from airdropping, second team, and team referral rewards, those 2 wallets will now max out in 4 months, less than 4 months. So that'll have me 3 max wallets that I'm able to claim from, all in the time span of, let's see, Feb to July. That's 5 months plus another 4, 9 months. That's crazy. It gets out of hand, especially if one person is collecting the majority of all that. So it needs to be addressed for sure. So yeah, Sam Spirit already worked it out. We just call it 500K a day for like 30 days. That would do it. And we have a $10 price floor minimum. Well, let's go drip. Let's see what Triple D can do. I don't think any of us know for sure what's about to happen. It's going to be a ride. It's been one hell of a ride already. I just want to get off this roller coaster. I want to go ride something else. Like, yeah. Why we are not doing anything for this price to go up. I'm not sure what you mean, Franco. I guess that was what Triple D was. Like, remember, I keep mentioning this, guys. The only fact that we have Triple D is because we, aka the community, specifically Josh, did something. So there would be no, Forex has made it clear that there would be no drip development on the roadmap at all for 2023 if it were not for Triple D. We're lucky Triple D got injected into the timeline in January as it did, because now it's been sitting there for 6 months. But remember, there would be nothing. Scratchy is a figment of our imagination. Nobody even knows what Scratchy is. So that was the only other drip development besides this UI that we have and the cross-chain bridge and all that stuff. So nothing in regards to degen money coming into the space for drip. We'd have the cool UI, we'd have, you know, cross-chain functionality and all that, but that doesn't bring capital into the space at all. So we're lucky we got Triple D. So reference what Franco said, yeah, I think, why are we not doing anything? I think we are doing something. It's just the issue is it takes so long to get something done. If we don't get a timer this weekend, we will see another all-time low with the weekend sales. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. If there's no timer, yeah, people are going to panic. Actually, it's not panicking. It's the same amount of volume, like I showed you guys. So ironically, even the thing that causes the sells or the negative price action on the weekend isn't anything different than what's always been going on. It's just that there's no buy volume. So it's the weekend sellers that that sell their positions as they always have. But the issue is that nobody's buying. That's the only problem. So when you look at this is the volume. Any one of these is a weekend. But if you see this green line, like all this is the median at 20,000 roughly. And you just see a lot of this bouncing around. So there's multiple weekends right in here. So nothing is happening. Like, let's just look at this range right here where no buy volume, no buy pressure came in. So this is 17 April to 17 May. So for 1 month, for 4 weekends, you had basically between no more than 20,000 sell volume every day. That's it, $20,000. Like, again, I'm saying that's it as if it's a drop in the bucket for us. But when you look at the collective size of the space and what tokens can do and how DeFi works, for 30 whole days, we had a measly 20 grand a day causing negative price action. And that took drip from, let's look at the numbers. Let's just see. So we got 17 April here. It was, let me pull this down because that's a very interesting statement. Never even really looked at it from that perspective. We got this green candle here, 38 cents to the next green candle, or we'll go down to the bottom, 22 cents. Almost cut it in half. Almost cut it in half just because of 30 days of 20K a day. This all happened for 20K a day, and less in some cases, because you see it's bouncing above this line. So like it only goes down below it to like 21, 22 twice in that 30-day time span. So look how small that volume is, guys. And again, the size of our community, about 30,000 people. The amount of liquidity in the animal farm, the amount of liquidity sitting in the REAP token. God, it's just unbelievable what we could be doing. But the simple overpromise, underdeliver narrative has killed drip. It isn't even about to say it isn't even working on the animal farm, but it kind of is because nobody saw any development on drip, so they're just like, the hell with it. Let's see, I've been one hell of a ride. It's been a ride to the downside for sure. Let's see, gotta go back up. Gotta have daily watch on Ray's wallet to see what the big players are doing. Yeah. It's been a ride to the downside for sure. What gets really out of hand is someone with 50 max wallets that quickly goes to 100, 200, so on. Oh yeah, once you end up with so many max wallets, it is crazy. But here's the downside to that. So I mentioned this as well, that and we know this as well. So if you have a piggy bank position, you're probably aware of this. If you have multiple, there comes a point where when you have too many max wallets, where it's just a pain in the ass to actually go through and do anything with. So there will be a point of no return where people, yeah, they have all these max wallets, but they're not going into them every single day doing anything with those tokens, because it just becomes too much time. And I guarantee a bulk of the people with these max wallets do not have the programming know-how to script all that. So like I said, with my piggy bank stakes and with a lot of other people's, I know from my comments and in my chat, people just stopped compounding those positions because it just became a pain in the ass. So if you have all these wallets, you're not going in and compounding or even withdrawing and stuff like that. So they can multiply, but there comes a point where people just stop, for sure. We should have a reset to pump price. All liquid drip automatically goes to the vault. One triple T. Yeah, that'd be nice. Too bad we can't do that. Can't change it. What a realistic triple T price. What's a realistic triple T pump price expectation? I think we could get to 45 cents briefly, hopefully. Realistic is anything we've already done. So look what we did here. This was from damn near an all-time low. Well, it was an all-time low at that time. So this was 26 cents up to 70, 60. I think on the native dex, that was a 97. And this was over the course of how many days? 14 Feb to, we'll call it a week, 7 days. So if you just get volume in for 7 days, yeah, we can pump for sure. So realistically, I think we can definitely hit that $1 mark very easily. I just showed you guys, like, this was 20K of sell pressure a day and less than that. I'm being generous. If you probably average it out, it'd be closer to 10K a day. So why can't we get, with positive price action, 25K a day for 7 days, for 14 days, for 20 days, for a month? If we get green candles, we can get FOMO. So that's my realistic price action. I don't see pennies of drip anymore if the eyeballs come back and we get positive green candles. No one is buying because of the inflated numbers in everyone's wallets, even though wallets are worth way less. People that used to have 200 drip and now have 10,000 feel better off than they actually are. Yeah, they're not buying, but I think they will come back and start buying once again we have green candles. I believe that wholeheartedly. There's still been people DCAing. So what would happen? Here's what I speculate. So if you're asking for non-speculation, right? So we would get some price pump, and the people with the bulk of drip, liquid drip, will start to sell. But also the people that have been accumulating, like you just mentioned, would sell. And if we still kept the positive price action, because a lot of people are still paying triple D to win max wallets, then we can outpace that sell pressure and find a drip price floor. So the goal would be to find a floor, and then those people that, like you said, have 10,000 and feel better off than they really are would start to DCA back in, because these are still super cheap prices. Remember, drip launched at like $3 or something like that. So you're still getting a huge discount, and a lot of people just stop buying because you're buying a falling knife. So once the price stabilizes, I think those people will come back. Again, I showed you over 60%, closer to 70 are not doing anything, have completely left drift. They don't even watch content. They don't compound their wallets. They don't do anything. So if we can somehow get those people back engaged because drip is doing positive price movement, then we can see positive price action continue. It's just numbers, man. It's not hard. Our community is still small compared to larger communities. Limit airdrops to a max of 5K per wallet. Oh yeah, there are tons of things that could be changed if there were like a drip version 2. Problem is, there is no way to go to a drip version 2. I say no way, but it would definitely kill the community, because what you would have to do is, there's a couple ways. One, you would just have to like pause the contracts and then take the state of drip right now and do 1 year. And then whatever people accumulate in that 1 year, because that's their 365%, you kind of airdrop that or do whatever you do to a new V2. And then you have to also remove all the Rocket wallets and self-referral wallets. So they would have to actually do some blockchain analytics to find the bad actors so that they don't migrate their drip over. And then you'd have to start over with some of these new features that you just mentioned. You know, one big one would be having a evaporation on drip, meaning storing drip in your wallet. It would start to depreciate and just go back to the tax vault at, let's just say at that same 1% a day. If it's sitting in your wallet, it goes to the tax vault. So after 100 days, if you had like these guys, oh my God, let's pull them up. These people not playing drip the way they're supposed to, killing the drip price or causing the minting. These people have been holding liquid drip. I showed you guys already, like out of the 22 million, about 18 million of that has come this year alone. So we've hit that 100-day mark that I magically just came up with. That doesn't exist, but just to show you guys, we would have all that drip back in the tax vault because people would be playing the game correctly. Because who's going to sit with drip in your wallet if you know that it's going to start to migrate back over? If that would be one metric, one thing that would fix a lot of stuff. That would be the way to go. If we could just do that. Drip token. But unfortunately, we cannot do that. So it's not going to change. And this is about where I'm going to cap my stream so I can jump over on the Twitter space and walk the dog because it's coming up on 5 a.m. So I give you guys about 6 more minutes and we're going to cap it, but wanted to bring this up because here is where all that liquid drip has gone, right in here. So imagine, and most of these people, like I said, accumulated within the last, since January. When we looked at January, it was less than 2 million. So what is the total now? Liquid drip in wallets. Let's see. 16. So take 2 million off of that. We'll call it 17. That's so close to 17. It's ridiculous. So 15 million drip has been added to people's wallets since January. And if we had a mechanic where 1% per day would evaporate back to the tax vault, if it was sitting in your wallet by day 100, all this would have been gone, man. All that'd be gone. That one feature alone, I think, would be monumental. Be crazy. All right, 5 more minutes. Let's see. It's agreed amongst community that Forex has no interest in drip and he just wants to flick this thing off but by now. Yeah, I can't really speak for the entire community, but definitely there's a large group of people that feel like, yeah, Forex definitely doesn't want anything to do with drip. That does seem to be the case. Do you think Triple D is enough to bring life back to drip? I feel most of the attention is from invested people who are trying to ROI. Plus, like somebody said, Forex seems to be over drip. I do think it'll bring people back because what it does, like 1, it stops the referral leeching. 2, it can bring green candles. 3, it's a degen gambling sort of thing. So even so let's just use your example that the existing people are kind of burnt out and they just want to ROI. Well, there's nothing to stop new investors from going, oh, snap, this is a cheap token. Okay, there's a little bit of this like gambling thing. Oh, I like the jackpots. It can definitely start reaching a broader audience. Like my whole thing with the Filipino community I want to bring on. This would be super attractive for them. They can throw a dollar. I think it's like 10 pesos, something like that. I forgot what the equivalent would be. They can throw that at this and maybe win a max wallet. That's super attractive. Like that's literally kind of a scratch ticket, lottery ticket gambling sort of thing. So it fits and hits a wider audience, and it's just a matter of volume. If you can get more people in than the ones that want to get out, then we can crush this pretty easy. I think Forex is jettisoning another failed project in drip. Animal Farm is well on the way to failure too. Coach, just want to say you the man. Thanks for all you do. Keep us updated. Hey man, appreciate that. Need that feature ASAP. Yeah, that feature ain't coming, Darius. This was just me dreaming. That feature cannot be implemented. Can't change existing mechanics. It was just a way to migrate people if we were to do a V2 or something like that. But yeah, I keep mentioning this. I don't think drip is broken. It's just that we haven't had any development on it. So a good place to close out my stream is that the way that this survives and thrives is getting more eyeballs, more people to play drip. It works. We all know it works. That's the one thing we can hang our hat on is that it has not been exploited and it pays 1% per day. The problem is that it also pays 1% per day. So all you got to do is get more people to want to gamble in here to get that 1%, add a couple of utilities like 12 or 14 different projects that I've shown, have people develop their own things, games especially, and gambling, have different places for that drip to go and different places where that drip can get eaten up and bought back. And you can bring life back into this. We're a community of at most 50,000 people. There's communities with 500,000, 1 million. Once the new Metcalfe's Law adoption comes in for network adoption for the next halving cycle, there's going to be billions of people coming into crypto. Maybe hundreds of millions for that next cycle. Maybe billions will be the one after that. But they're all looking for stuff to play with. So it doesn't take much, man. It's not a lot of actual volume, guys. Like I showed you, we've had negative price action for a month, negative $20,000. You think if we could bring 100,000 brand new people into drip, real people, and they all wanted to spend $5 a week, just a week, on gambling, like let's just say that's the Filipino community, that's $500,000 a week. That's $40,000. No, I'm sorry, $70,000 a day. And you divide that out. It's possible. It's 100% possible. I'm not complete like against drip or flooding drip or whatever. I'm just showing you guys what it'll take, and it takes us getting off our ass as a community and supporting other community projects, and it also takes us calling out the bullshit and holding other community leaders accountable. We can't force them to do anything, but you can damn sure not support them, and that's what it takes. Once you do those two things, drip can take off. You kill the leeches that are in the system, and you educate the community on how to spot bad actors, and then you focus all efforts on supporting community projects, developing community projects, and then bringing in new eyeballs. That's it. Drip by itself is flawless. It's great. It's just there's a couple bad actors, and it's just that there's no development on it. It's really simple to fix. That's all I got. So I'm gonna end it there. I'll come through these, but I won't comment because I want you guys to head over to the Twitter space. So again, shouts out to Drip to Wealth and Twitter space. Jump over there. Should be starting in about 5 minutes. I'll be outside, and I'll probably clip this out and put it on my channel as well. Jeremy Frank, thanks for all the analysis. Hey guys, first time catching it live. What up, RKO? This talk of poker game, was this for Drip or Animal Farm? I think they were talking about one for poker. Somebody's talking about it. And there was one for Animal Farm as well. But I think now they're moving with a poker one. Stake uses third-party sites for their games. Why can't we do this with Drip? We can, and we should. Somebody else just needs to get out there and do it. Triple D community has to keep Drip price alive. It's all in our hands. 100%. It is on us. Green candles, a whole new run is possible. Facts, Jeremy Frank. For Animal Farm, DC for AF, PC, we do have a blackjack being developed. Yeah, that's by DeFi Crypto Boss. He wants to have it out before the end of the year. All right, that's all I got, guys. Head over to Twitter space, support Drip to Wealth. There should be some very interesting questions coming in here. This is usually a very live and passionate space. So head on over there if you have the time. If not, I will clip it out and put it on my stream as well. Thanks for jumping in, giving me some content to talk about, and thanks for the support as always. We can and will make it. Lift daily and achieve your impossible, guys. See ya.